Okay.
And we're speaking with Sharon Simpson Joseph. Sharon, thank you for spending time with me today for our blog for the Juvenile Justice Fund. Sharon, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're an author, an attorney, a publisher, wife, and mother.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, mom to a 14-year-old Cocker Spaniel. But so yeah, those are some of the things about me. But I think the thing that drives me is that I've really got a mission around just kind of helping to even the scales of justice a little bit more for all those who are disenfranchised, and that's kind of a running theme that's been present throughout my life. I work to do that with a focus upon spreading love and grace and positivity, and interlacing that into what I do.
Well, you're the executive director of the Juvenile Justice Fund, JJF. Who or what brought you here, and how did that come about?
Well, interestingly enough, I was originally on the board of directors for JJF, and so it's really pretty amazing because I've gotten to have the perspective both of being a board member, a relatively new board member in fact, and then of course being the executive director currently. But I was sitting on the board, and then we got the news that unexpectedly the previous executive director had just gotten another offer that she couldn't refuse. And so the interesting thing for me was that I, at the time, sitting on the board and also being a WAM, that's a work-at-home mom, wonderful, great internet term.
Okay.
And specifically what I was doing is providing life coaching and writing coaching. As you said, I'm an author by training, and also an attorney, and just supporting people who are making powerful transitions in their lives and seeking a life of balance and a life of purpose around their work and around their family. And it had just really come to me that I was ready for the next stage of what my journey would hold in terms of just having a huge influence and contribution to our community and to society right now, and expanding I think my reach. And right as I was thinking that, within literally a few days, I was given that update that the position of ED was going to be vacant, and would I jump in and become interim executive director to help keep things afloat. And I said, wow, that's incredible. So yes, I did.
That was close timing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I ended up applying for the executive director position, going through the full application process, and receiving the job.
Well, so why JJF? What is it about this particular foundation that attracted you?
Well, that's a wonderful question, because it's something that is very, very passionately embedded in my heart. Our mission is all children always matter. It's a mission that I've certainly believed all my life. And again, it goes back to what I was saying about those who are disenfranchised. Sadly, that is often children and women, and most notably those who are struggling within our system, and most definitely our juvenile justice system. So for me, when I started learning more about the Juvenile Justice Fund, and I got a chance to come and to visit and to talk with some of the girls that we serve, girls actually who have been commercially sexually exploited, and just to have, heart-to-hearts and to do a presentation around life's journey, it really touched my spirit. So I got to learn a lot about JJF before I even became a board member, because it was important to me to join an organization and be passionate about it, because I came ready to sit on the board, roll my sleeves up, and work.
Well, you've mentioned that you had the opportunity to meet some of the girls. I know that must have been a very powerful encounter.
Very
the
much
people that you work with here, what's it like to work with the people here at JJF?
I think you see just the broad smile on my face, because the people here are incredible. Truly incredible. I'd met some of the staff even in my capacity as a board member, but coming here and just working day by day, we do tough, challenging, oftentimes painful work, and it takes a special type of person to do that type of work and to keep going and to maintain that sense of positivity, compassion, and excellence. And really, that's what this staff brings. It's absolutely amazing, and I could not run this organization without such an incredible team.
Right. It really does take a team. What would you say you've been able to observe so far? What are JJF's greatest achievements so far? What accomplishments are most meaningful to you, speak best to you?
Sure. You know, that's another tough one, only because, you know, I'm like, have you got a few hours? So I'm going to try and boil it down.
Maybe later we will.
Okay. Might hold you to that.
Okay.
I'm going to try and boil it down. When JJF first started, which was 10 years ago now, and I just got this wonderful postcard in the mail that talks about that it's our 10-year anniversary, and I don't think it had quite dawned on us. So we begin to, you know, to really celebrate and acknowledge the course of path that we've taken, and then to look forward to that next 10 years and to imagine what can be possible then. But specifically, I think 10 years ago there was just barely any conversation. It was really rather a taboo subject around children, and most specifically girls, being sexually exploited. You know, the concept was basically that, oh, you know, seeing girls who were arrested for prostitution as being prostitutes and criminals. And now, 10 years later, it is understood, and there's legislation, there's educational awareness, there's an entire governmental body and task force, all united around the fact that these girls are not criminals, they are victims, and everything that comes with the level of support and the commitment to making a difference in their lives and in their families' lives that comes along with that commitment. And JJF has been a pioneer in that arena, and having the courage, the insight, the compassion, and the ability to bring collective stakeholders around the table to talk about what started out as a very tough issue to dialogue about. It remains that today,
Very much,
but
yes.
now it's an issue that's on everyone's tongue, and that's an incredible thing.